You know, when we speak about Islam, we think about something that's called like many people think it's a religion, and it is something very well established. They have their books, they have their belief, they have, you know, supposedly. But if you go in details, actually, you will find that the Muslims are bankrupt. Even the Quran, which they are reciting for you, they don't have it. Not a single country of Muslims have a Quran can be considered as authentic. Even the Quran, which the Muslims they read today, they say that this is the Quran according to Muhammad. But even that one is a recitation. What does that mean? That's mean they don't have it. Somebody claim, from somebody claim, from somebody claim, from somebody claim from somebody that this is a recitation, not even a book. Not even a book. So what the Muslims have? Nothing. If we go in the first page in the Quran, for those who have the Quran in Arabic, you will see this. It says, كتب هذا المصحف الكريم. It's not even Quran, it's a mushaf. Mushaf is pages. There's no book. This mushaf, the generous mushaf, was written according to the recitation of Hafs, not the book of Hafs. According to recitation of Asim, which is his stepfather. According to Abi Abdul Rahman. According to according to Uthman, Ali, Zaid, blah 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 blah. Then at the end, according to Muhammad. There's no book. They say this is a tale. Even here in Arabic, it says the tale of this mushaf. Let us make it in blue. رواية هذا المصحف. The tale of this mushaf, not Quran. This is a mushaf. A mushaf is a collection of pages. It can be even one page. Written according to the recitation of Hafs. Now, if we go and check who is Hafs, you will see all the Muslims agree that Hafs was a fraud. And he was a thief. And not only that, if Hafs he make a hadith or he come with a hadith, the Muslims they rejected because he is a fraud. So the Quran, the Muslims, the most popular Quran, the Muslims today they recite to you is coming from this guy, which his name is Hafs, as we see in the screen. A fraud. And this is in their books. Their scholars they agree that Hafs is a fraud. What about his father? His father, his name is Asim. Asim accused by Muslim to be a fraud. He's a thief, he's a liar, he steals books. And he claimed that he is the one who wrote them. And his hadith is rejected too. So the source of the Quran we have today is coming from two fraud people who exist more than 200 years after Muhammad. They never met Muhammad, never heard Muhammad, never, they don't know anything about Muhammad. They are just came 200 years after, and they are a bunch of corrupt thieves, according to Muslims. Uthman ibn Affan is the first one who burned all the Quran, which the Muslims used to have. If we ask Muslims why Uthman he burned the Quran, what does that mean? Why somebody he is the caliphate is burning the Quran? That's mean at that time there's many Quran, otherwise there is no need to burn them, and they are different, correct? So that confirmed that from the beginning of Islam there's many Quran and they are totally different, to the point that Uthman he took over because of the authority he have now. He is the caliphate, and he burned all the Qurans and he keeps his own. But now today we don't have it. As you see, we have recitation of a guy, his name is Hafs, and his stepfather, his name is Asim, and both of them they are fraud. So they got nothing. If you remember a few years ago, they mentioned that they found a page in the Birmingham manuscript, if you remember it. But that page was a piece of leather. Go to the date even before Muhammad, not the date of the ink or the writing. It was the date of the leather piece. Which means if I bring it now and I write for it on it, that the Muslim they will say, oh, this is old, this is ancient. That's not ancient, it is the piece of leather, not the writing. And we can discover that easy, because the writing of the Quran in the time of Muhammad should not have dots. If you look at the Quran today in Arabic, you will see it have dots. That is something new. So they don't have Quran, they don't have any source. What about Sahih al-Bukhari? The most authentic books for Muslims is Sahih al-Bukhari and Sahih Muslim. What about them? Guess what? They don't have Sahih al-Bukhari and they don't have Sahih Muslim. You believe it? This is Islamic question answer. This is Islamic website by Sheikh Muhammad Saleh al-Munjid. Big project, a lot of money involved in it, from Saudi Arabia. He's asking about the original copy of Sahih al-Bukhari and Sahih Muslim. And now the article go on and on and on and on, but the answer is very simple. We don't have it. We don't have it. Here the guy, the sheikh, is trying to explain to you, brother, they are asking you where is the Bukhari and where is Muslims, because they want to stir up, adopt about anything. Okay, so you admitted that this is will stir adopt about it. So how you confirm that this is Sahih al-Bukhari, but yet you don't have the book of Sahih al-Bukhari? You know what I mean? They say to us the most authentic books of Islam after the Quran is Sahih al-Bukhari, but not a single person in the world he have the book of al-Bukhari, either the book of Muslim. So what do you have? We don't have it. This is how we deal with many so-called suspicious argument, which are in reality nothing but illusions uttered by some people who are causing us a trouble at this time. This is always compels us to start from the very beginning, establishing the principle of the sounds of rational. Okay, what is the answer? The guy is asking you, do you have the original? The answer, no. What is mentioned in the question, one such example, if what the questioner meant by original copy, suddenly now he do not know what original copy. It is the manuscript that the author wrote in his own hands. Then according to what rational thinking or logic, it can be said that it is essential that the original manuscript be extant in order to accept that particular book is correctly attributed to the author. How many books are in the world since people learned how to write that could not meet rational conditions? So the answer, what? We don't have it. We don't have it. So Islam based on books written supposedly 300 years after Muhammad, but even those books we cannot find them. Have you ever heard of a madness like this? If you remember, there was a debate between a Muslim kid, his name is Mimi, and the guy, his name is David. Mimi said to David, the book of John, written more than 60 years after Jesus. 60 years after Jesus. It's rejected by Muslims. They don't have Quran, they don't have al-Bukhari, and even al-Bukhari, even the Quran they have today, even that, The recitation is recitation of a guy who came more than 200 years after Muhammad. The Quran, Al-Bukhari, and Sahih Muslim more than 300 years after Muhammad, but still we don't have those books. We don't have them. It's a statement of somebody saying there's a guy, his name is Al-Bukhari, and he wrote a book, but nobody saw the book, nobody hold the book, nobody know the book. And how in the world they say to us, a student of Al-Bukhari or people who heard Al-Bukhari, they copy Al-Bukhari. Well, what students? So to make it simple, Islam is a religion based on nothing. All the stories they have is a fairy tales. And just to show you an example of the stupidity of this belief. And by the way, when I say a stupidity, I'm not here to insult. This is my private opinion, and I'm afraid to express my opinion.
Most importantly, I brought my Bible. Okay? And, you know, it's First Presbyterian Church, Jamaica, and this was written by my mother with my name, it's a long time ago, with my name, with my address, with everything. In case I lost it, somebody would return it. You know, in the old days, if you lost something, they returned it. Today, a little bit less so. But I saw this, and I said, I have to bring it and just show it, because it brings back so many memories.